building for you.
Beachhampton won't know itself when he's got a town hall like that. What do you say, Perkins?
I don't like the colour of it. What's the matter with the colour of it? Too red. That's the colour of the best brick. Only the very best materials is going to be used for this, and I've tendered for the very best brick that can be made. Why make it of brick? Well, what else can you make it of?
Perkins here would like to make it of calico and supply the materials from his shop.
I saw a town hall in a film last week, all white and snowy. Great big shiny domes on the top of it. Proper town hall, that was.
That wasn't a town hall. I saw that picture. That was the Emperor's Palace.
Well, I'll tell you why this is going to be made of brick. Because brick is the only stuff that'll stand up against the sea air. Freestone won't.
What about concrete?
Concrete? Nobody knows naught about concrete. They haven't been making buildings of it long enough yet. But this here brick that I've tended for will stand for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And if you don't believe me, I'll make a bet.
But who's going to pay up for you if you lose? You don't want to impoverish your estate, Sam. You can't ask me to give you an overdraft to meet a bet in hundreds of years' time.
I wouldn't lose. And I'll tell you why. Because you won't get the contract. Who says so? I do. The district council's up to date. Won't have a thing like that put up. Don't do that. This plan belongs to the surveyor, and I've got to bring it back safe and sound. I'll pay for a new one.
Well, I don't like the shape of it. What's all these windows down here for?
The people to look out of.
Well, what's to stop people looking in?
Manners.
Manners?
Ah, but don't you worry, you haven't got any.
Sam's got nothing to do with the shape of the building. He's not the architect. He's only tendering for the bricks.
And he won't get the contract.
I bet he does.
So will I.
No, you mustn't bet on it. I'll do that.
How much?
$50.
Right.
Cuthbert, let's please. Take this bet.
Yes.
I bet Mr. Perkins a level $50 that Mr. Sam Miller gets the town hall contract for bricks. Got that?
Yes.
There's my $50. And there's his.
Yes.
Give me a box of matches. Give me a Cuthbert.
Hi, boys. Hello, Berkey.
Hello, Joe.
Any sausages for lunch? Yes, sir. What are they like?
Well, fine, considering what they're made of.
What are they made of?
Who knows what sausages are made of?
Well, perhaps it as well. Anyway, book me for two. So well done that they'll bust.
Very good, Mr. Hicks.
Oh, and I'll have a pint of beer now, just to get my courage up.
Yes.
What's that? Circus bill?
Plan of the new town hall.
Has it been passed?
No, the council hasn't made its mind up yet what it's to be made of. That's only what it'll look like if it's made of brick.
Brick. Have one?
Huh?
Not a brick, a drink.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'd like a mild and bitter.
Mild and bitter.
You won't like it if I give it to you, sir.
Why not?
Because the mild's gone bitter on me.
Then I'll have a BB.
Cheerio.
Cheers. The architect wants to put a light in that tower so it can be seen over those marshes right out to sea.
Well, what's the good of that?
So as the ships can see as they pass.
Well, what do they want to see for?
They haven't been asked whether they do or they don't, you gump.
Well, I think it's a nice idea.
What's a nice idea?
Putting a light in that tower so as the sailors can see it out at sea. See?
But there isn't going to be a tower. That's crap.
Ah, don't do that.
In any case, that's only a suggested plan. They've made 3 others since then. I've seen them all. Cornwall granite, too expensive. Scrapped. Freestone, won't stand the sea air. Scrapped. And concrete.
Don't do that.
That's the stuff. Cheaper than any and lasts as long as granite.
Concrete.
Ah, it's the only stuff to use nowadays. Bricks are out of date.
Don't do that to that.
Now then, you two at it again.
I suppose you put in for the concrete.
I have. You put in for the bricks?
I have that.
Well, I wish they put in another plan, half of bricks and half of concrete, and then you two could kiss and be friends.
Oh, we're friends all right, aren't we, Sam?
Out of business.
Well, just to prove it, I'll show you what a proper town hall ought to look like. Hold that, Berkey. Here, look at that.
Where did you get that from?
Oh, borrowed it from the surveyor.
That's what I call a proper building.
Ah, that's style, that is.
Well, I favor the old-fashioned brick.
I can't really express an opinion from here.
I could express one of you from anywhere.
Now, look what you've done.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. It was an accident.
An accident?
Yes.
Well, this isn't.
That pen will cost £5 to copy.
And so will that one.
Well, who's going to pay for it?
Well, who's going to pay for that?
Well, that was an accident. This wasn't.
Don't do that. Oh, that's yours here.
I think you ought to pay, Sam. You did it on purpose.
Well, if he's hard up for £5.
Who's hard up for £5?
You are, by the look of things.
Well, Marsden's my bank manager. He knows I'm not.
Well, he's my bank manager as well, and he knows I could buy you up.
I don't know anything of anybody's accounts outside of business hours. What I say is that you should pay for his plan.
Yes.
And you should pay for his.
Yes.
And then I'll stand you both a drink. Now, gentlemen, what are you going to have?
A mild and bitter.
Small scotch.
IPA.
Pink gin.
Shandy.
Half a stout.
Half a bitter.
Half a minute. This isn't a party.
Yes, it is. It's a reconciliation. I've just brought these two old friends together again. On my left, Mr. Brickfield Miller. On my right, Mr. Concrete Hicks.
Well, here's your office.
Daddy's office?
Well, same thing. You're head of the staff.
Why, and the entire staff. I don't expect he's back from lunch yet.
No, I expect he's having a stand-up fight at the club with my father.
Isn't it a good thing they don't really mean what they say to each other?
Yes, it might queer our pitch. Well, you're going to ask me in?
Why?
Oh, I just thought I'd like to see what the inside of your office looks like.
Oh, you've been inside hundreds of times.
No, but there's always somebody there.
All right. Well, here you are.
Ah, that's better. You know, I've been wanting to do that all through lunch.
Finished?
Well, for the moment.
Then you'd better wipe my lipstick off.
No, I think I shall leave it there as evidence.
Oh, I see. Blackmail, eh?
That's right. What are you doing?
Just seeing if the hens have laid.
Have they?
No, no letters.
No, I'm rather glad there aren't any letters.
Why?
Well, you won't have anything to answer.
Oh, but I've got lots of work to do.
What's that?
The wages book.
Oh, I see. So you pay all the wages, run your father's home, mend his socks, nurse him when he's sick. I wonder what he's going to do without you.
But I'm not thinking of leaving him.
Well, you'll have to when we're married.
Oh, well, that won't be for ages yet.
Oh, it won't be so long. I'll get my degree next year, and as soon as I'm a doctor, you'll have to marry.
Why?
Well, doctors always are. Husbands won't let their wives consult them unless they're married.
Oh, I see. So you're marrying me for an alibi?
What do you think? I'm marrying you because I'm in love with you. Because I think you're the loveliest... Oh, it never fails.
Oh, it's only the postman, and he's not waiting.
What are you running away for?
Just to see what he's brought, silly. Halfpenny stamp, halfpenny stamp, halfpenny stamp. Ah,
Why,
something important.
How do you know? You haven't opened it yet.
Oh, by the crest on the envelope. 3 stags' heads in the lighthouse.
What's that, the new pub?
No, the council offices.
Oh. You think it's a answer to your father's tender at the town hall?
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I hope he's...
I do, for your sake. It'll be a smack in the eye for my father if he has.
Yes. It might be better for us if neither of them got it. We don't want a real quarrel between them.
Aren't you going to open it?
Well, I better leave it for Daddy.
Don't you open all his business letters?
I do as a rule, but I don't open this one.
Hello, young fella. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Giving you a good lunch?
Yes, lovely.
That's right. Keep him up to it. I've always managed to give this kid of mine the best in life. And the young fella that takes it from me is going to do the same.
You bet I will.
Toast?
Yes, sir.
For me, darling? Thank you.
Well, aren't you going to open it, Daddy?
Oh, no hurry, my dear.
But it might be about the town hall contract.
Oh, yes. So it might. Forgotten all about that.
Good news, Daddy.
Fine, fine. Couldn't be better. I can go to work with a good heart now.
Well, I expect you're both pretty busy,
Look like being full up with it.
so I'll be getting along.
Cheerio, old chap. Give me a lap, father.
Thanks.
I'm so sorry, darling, for your sake.
Fortunes of war. Bye, see.
Bye. Daddy, you've got the contract.
Have I, blazes?
But I thought you said...
Well, you don't think I'm going to show my real feeling in front of Harry? So he can go home and tell his dad and have Sam getting a laugh on me, do you?
But he's bound to find out sooner or later.
Well, I'll keep him guessing as long as I can.
Well, what does the letter say?
Oh, there it is. Read it.
We have to inform you that it has been decided to utilize brick so that the building may be in harmony with its surroundings. Brick, Daddy.
Yes, brick, the fools.
It is true that all the other buildings are made of brick.
All the more reason why I should change. They don't always have the same for breakfast, do they?
Oh, I'm afraid they do.
That's what's the matter with them, one-way brains.
Does this mean that Harry's father gets the contract?
Well, it doesn't follow. There have been 3 other tenders in for brick. Darwin's, 12 Bridges, Dawkins.
Daddy, why are you always so bitter against Mr. Miller?
Bitter? I'm not bitter, my dear. I don't think there's a finer fellow in the world than Sam.
You always seem to be up against him.
Well, to his face.
Well, if you can't have the contract, why don't you want him to have it?
Well, for the same reason that you don't like your girlfriends to have nicer dresses than you. That is friendship.
Well, I suppose we'd better get on with it. Excuse me, sir, have you got a match?
Yes, I think so. What are you doing here?
Drainage.
Drainage? You can't drain those marshes.
Modern science can drain anything. If these marshes belonged to me, I wouldn't drain them.
No?
No, I'd give them to the seagulls to lay their eggs on.
Well, even the seagulls can't lay here.
I don't blame them.
Mother. What is it, Mother?
No, you go first.
Well, what's 5.5 hours overtime at 10.80 an hour?
Oh, I don't know, Sam. I make it 2 hours and 50 minutes.
I don't talk daft, Mother. How can it be hours and minutes?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. I was thinking of this here.
What's that?
What I'm trying to find out. 20 minutes to the pound and 20 minutes over to a joint that weighs 7 pounds and 3/4.
4 and 9 3 farthings I make it.
Now who's talking daft? How can I give a joint 4 and 9 3 farthings in the oven?
Oh, I was thinking about my own puzzle. You have a do at this and I'll have a cut at yours.
Oh, Sam, I can't make it any different from what you do.
You seem to be about right, Mother.
Well, then I'll give the joint 3 hours for luck.
And I'll give Tim Cuts 4 and 10 pence. Thank you, Mother. You've been a real help.
You ain't never been anything else to me, Sam.
Hey, I wish I could do a bit more for you, Mother.
I'm quite happy and contented as I am.
Well, I'm not. I'm ambitious. That's my trouble. I'd like to be the biggest man in these here parts.
I doubt if you'd be any happier if you was.
Oh, but I'd like to show 'em at the club.
Meaning Joe Hicks?
Aye. Joe Hicks more than anybody.
Why are you so against him, Sam?
Not against him, but he's got such a fat head. Out here like a balloon. I'd like to puncture it for him. And if he gets that there concrete contract for the new town hall, there'll be no holding him.
And what'll happen to you if you get the brick contract?
Well, I'll show him how hard got on and just where he gets off.
When do you expect to hear?
Well, any time now, any minute while we're sitting near the post, maybe. There's the post.
I heard.
Aye. Who's going to see what it is?
Would you best, Sam?
It might be from...
Yes, I know. That's why I doesn't go.
That's how I feel. Come on, Mother, let's both go. Who's going to see, Mother?
Oh, you go, Sam.
Oh, that dither in my hand. Look here. We paid the highest price for second-hand false teeth. Fancy was getting all goosey about that.
Sam, there's another one there that hasn't come rightly through.
Oh, aye, has there?
Well?
Well, this is it.
Sure.
Corporation's crest on the outside.
Oh, I wonder what's inside.
Don't I?
Well, if you open it, dear, you'll find out.
That's right. You open it, Mother.
No, Sam, no, I daren't.
Shall I, then?
Yes, go on.
I'll have to wish first, you know.
Shakespeare.
Carter Patterson. Well, here goes. Oh, properly nervous I am. Pick it up, Mother. Oh, all right, I will. What you say?
I don't know, dear. I haven't got my glasses.
Here, use mine.
Oh, Sam. Now. Oh, dear. Dear sir, it says.
Aye.
Dear sir.
Oh, how many more, dear sirs?
Oh, I don't know. Now I've dropped my glasses. Oh, come on, Sam. You read it.
Mother, I've got it. I've got it.
Sam.
The town hall's going to be built of brick. My bricks. 2,000 quid will make on this deal. And there's more to it than that and all.
What?
It'll give that Joe Hicks such a kick in the pants he'll have a headache.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, my lad.
I've just come from Joe Hicks's office.
Oh, aye?
Yes, I think I've got some rather rotten news for you, Dad.
Oh?
See, a letter came for Hicks while I was there from the corporation. I think he's got the contract.
Oh, did he say he had?
Oh, no, but he seemed pretty pleased about it. He said it was good news.
Well, he's a liar, see? Look at that. That learning the big bluff.
Dad! Mother, this is wonderful.
Wonderful? Wonderful's not the word. But what is the word, Mother?
Wonderful.
That's right. Wonderful.
Oh, Dad.
Grand, isn't it?
How much you make out of this, Dad?
2,000 Jimmy Old the Goblins.
Good Lord, you'll be able to pay off the mortgage.
Aye, and buy Mother a new hat.
Now, why do I want a new hat? I had one last year.
Oh, you must have something to celebrate it with, Ducky.
Now, Sam, I can tell you a much better way of celebrating than paying off mortgages or buying Mother new hats.
Oh, meaning what?
Him.
Now, look here, you're not going to suggest giving me the money because I wouldn't take it.
Now, what did you say to me last week?
About what, darling?
Your career.
Well, what did I say?
You said if a little more money was spent on it, you'd have a much better chance of getting on with your doctorate.
Oh, well, I only mentioned it. I didn't mean you to take that seriously. Well, good Lord, you've spent enough money on me already. I haven't even got my degree yet.
You'll get that, my boy.
Well, I mean to get it.
Ah, but what about the other degrees? You know, lots of letters after your name. That's what your mother means.
Well, one can set up as a general practitioner without those.
Ah, but if you was an RSVP or a BBC,
Dad.
a GPO or an NBG or whatever it means.
Well, of course, it does help to have a lot of letters after one's name, but it takes time.
Ah, and time means money, eh?
Well, yes.
That's what your mother was meaning.
Look, here, I can't have you spending any more money on me.
Why not? Haven't we got it here? Mother, we'll repay 1,000 off the mortgage and put the other 1,000 into the best investment we're ever likely to have.
Oh, Dad, you're too good.
Don't thank me. It's your mother's idea.
I don't know what to say to you, really, I don't. It'll mean a tremendous lot to me. Well, I'll work hard, and it won't be a waste of money.
Of course it won't. Nothing that's ever been spent on you has been waste of money.
Oh, Mother, you're a darling.
Well, this has been a day and a half and no argument. And it's all come in this little bit of paper here.
Have another look at that, Dad. Yes, it's wonderful. Right, Joe. You read it all through, Dad?
I'm most of it.
The postscript as well?
Postscript? I didn't know there was one. Don't tell me there's a snag in it.
Snag? Not unless you call a free trip to Paris a snag.
Trip to Paris?
Where's that?
France, Dad.
I know it's not in Jukio saliva, but where does it say it?
In the postscript. P.S. Mr. Thomas, our architect, is at present in Paris and finds it impossible to get away for the next few weeks. We therefore suggest that you wait on him in that city, as he's particularly anxious to explain certain matters to you before you start on the manufacture of the bricks. This journey will, of course, be at our expense. That's all.
Mother, we're going to Paris.
You may be, but I'm not.
Why?
Because I've never been out of England in my life and I don't believe in it.
Well, fancy me in a foreign country all on my own. I'll be a proper fish out of water.
Well, then you don't want another fish out of water hanging onto your tail. No, Sam, you go alone. It'll cost you nothing. And they won't pay my expenses as well.
Aye, but...
And think of the rise you get out of Joe Hicks, who's never been further out of England than the Isle of Wight.
Ah, that's done it, that has. I'll go. I'll buy myself a new suit and doll myself up, and Mother, you shall have a new hat. A proper posh Paris hat.
Now, what would I do with a proper posh Paris hat?
Put it on your head, of course. What do you think you do? Use it for a hot water bottle?
Sam.
Bonjour, monsieur. Vous ne pouvez pas vous asseoir ici, cette table-là est réservée.
Come again?
J'ai dit, vous ne pouvez pas vous asseoir ici, cette table-ci est réservée.
Oh, we'll soon settle that. Here we are. All you want in France. That might mean a lot. Here we are. What platform does the train go from?
No, monsieur.
No? Well, how's this? Give me my hat, stick, gloves, and smoking.
No good, monsieur, no good.
No good? Well, that's 2 francs 50 I've been robbed of.
J'ai dit, vous ne pouvez pas vous asseoir ici, monsieur. Cette table-ci est réservée.
Oh, that sounds like what you said before. We don't seem to be getting any further, Cocky.
Me, Cocky?
Chanticleer.
Ah, Saint-Éclair, monsieur. Vous pouvez vous asseoir là-bas, si vous voulez.
Oh, je le connais. Comment?
Oui, tout de même gentil.
Et fidèle?
Oh, that's your game, is it? That's the sort of man you are, eh? Well, let me tell you, I'm a married man, and I've got a son as old as they are, and there's nought doing.
Je comprends pas, monsieur.
I say I'm a married man, and I never forget that I've got a wife. This is for her.
Chapeau.
No, it's a hat.
Chapeau, monsieur.
A hat?
Chapeau, monsieur.
No, tit for tat.
Oh, tête, monsieur.
I know you are, but this is for the wife.
Mais, monsieur, vous ne pouvez pas vous asseoir ici, cette table-ci est réservée.
Ah, well, parlez-vous française?
Oui, monsieur, je suis français.
Well, bring me a pork chop, chips, and a pint of beer.
Mais j'ai toujours des clients ici qui ne parlent jamais français. C'est impossible.
Oh, that's what you mean. Well, I don't mind sitting here.
Monsieur, cette table-ci est réservée. Vous ne pouvez pas vous asseoir ici.
Can I help? The waiter says these tables are reserved for a party, and will you sit somewhere else?
Oh, that's what he was gassing at. Well, why didn't he say so?
He did his best to make you understand.
Make me understand. Jims couldn't understand.
Well, there's room at my table if you care to sit with me. Perhaps I can help you.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Not at all. We Englishmen must stand together.
Or sit together.
Ah, that's funny. You've got a whip.
Thanks.
Did I hear you order pork chop, chips, and a pint of beer?
That's right.
Garçon,
Oui, monsieur.
côte de porc, pommes frites, un grand verre de bière.
Côte de porc, pommes frites, un grand verre de bière. Très bien, monsieur.
Sounds easy enough when you say it like that. You took the words out of my mouth.
You want a holiday?
No, I'm on business. I'm in bricks.
Really, how interesting.
Are you interested in bricks?
In a way.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll show you something. Here's some bricks for you. Look here. Ring like a bottle, and all made in my own brickyard.
Good. You're Samuel Miller, and you come from Beachhampton.
But how did you know that?
Well, it's on your card.
That's very clever of you. Just got the contract for bricks for the new town hall.
Really? Must be pretty good, I expect.
Oh, hope to make a clear 2,000 out of it.
Not to be sneezed at.
Oh, I won't sneeze. That's why I'm in Paris, to see the architect.
You staying here long?
Going back to Beachhampton tomorrow.
Beachhampton? I once spent my holidays there some years ago. It's a tiny place then.
Oh, it's not much bigger now.
A lot of marshes by the sea.
Oh, that's right. They're still there.
Not been built over?
No, you couldn't build over them marshes. They'd have to be drained first.
Well, anything can be drained. Do you know Peace Harbour?
Heard of it. They've done a lot of building there, they tell me.
And South Shore?
They say you wouldn't know it now.
Well, we had to do a lot of draining there before we could start to build.
We?
I belong to Shering Developments Limited. It's my company. We've reclaimed more land than any other company outside of Holland. I must come have a look at Beachhampton.
Tell me, what do you build your houses of? Brick?
Concrete, mostly.
Concrete? Nothing like brick. Here, have a look at these again.
Wait a minute, they seem to have forgotten us. Garçon!
Oui, monsieur.
N'oubliez-nous pas.
Je vous ai pas oublié, monsieur, mais c'est une partie ici qui sont très importantes.
Nous aussi.
Mais oui, monsieur, mais je peux pas faire le travail pour 6.
What's she say?
Says they have a very important party coming to the other table. Confound the fellow, I think we've got the whole chamber of deputies coming. Oh, here they are, some of them.
Bonjour, messieurs. Nous avons réservé une table ici. Oh, vous avez réservé une table pour 5, messieurs. Asseyez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
Je vois qu'on va s'amuser.
Mesdames, vous avez oublié votre chapeau.
Oh, mais c'est une boîte à chapeau. Oh,
On va regarder le chapeau.
oui, oh, oui, c'est ça, bien vite.
Oui, je crois qu'ils sont dans les Vous êtes prêts de commencer, messieurs?
Pas maintenant.
Et n'oubliez pas que nous avons un gentleman anglais avec nous.
You know what beats me is how these foreigners ever learn their own language. Even the kids in the street know it. What are they saying?
That a very important Englishman is their guest. We sit tight, we'll see something.
Hey, I wish my missus was here.
Not your little wife?
Oh, she's not so little.
Ça va bien, hein? Oh, mais c'est merveilleux, ça va très bien avec ton manteau. Mais oui. Oh, c'est bien. Tout à fait, hein? Oui, je l'aime bien.
Ah, à la fin, c'est fait, monsieur.
Est-ce qu'il va venir?
De suite, on vient de signer le contrat.
What's to do?
Some fellow has evidently signed a very important contract with them, and this is a lunch in his honor.
Attention, ils arrivent.
Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Bien.
Bonjour,
Merci, bien, mais ça, encore.
Well, I'm blowed if it isn't that Joe Hicks. What's he doing here?
You know him?
Of course I know him. Everywhere I go, he bobs up and puts one over on me. He's done it on purpose. That's what he's done.
Bon, votre santé, monsieur.
And he doesn't talk the lingo, too.
Speaks it very well.
Well, I'm not stopping here to hear him showing off swanking the frog stuff.
But don't run away.
Hello, Sam. Pardon, monsieur. Well, it is a pleasure. I'm glad to see you. You're just in time to congratulate me.
Ah, you're just in time to see me go.
Ah, wait a moment. I just made the biggest deal of my life. Over £4,000 profit. That's twice as much as you'll make out of the town hall.
Don't tell me any more.
I've landed the subcontract to supply some of the cement for the exhibition buildings. Now, had I taken the town hall contract, I couldn't have taken this one. Had you lunch?
No, I don't want any now.
Well, how about your friend? I don't think I've had the pleasure, sir.
My name's Stacey Lang. I'm chairman of the Shering Developments Limited.
Building, that's funny. I'm Joe Hicks of the Cement Works, Beachhampton.
Delighted to meet you.
I'm glad to meet you, sir. Perhaps you'd join us at our table.
Well, it'll be grand if your friends don't mind.
I'm sure they won't mind. Monsieur, permettez-moi de présenter Monsieur Stacey Lang.
So I just had to come round at once to show you this.
And did Dr. Olaf really say he wants to take our Harry up?
Yes, he said Harry's got a wonderful gift for osteopathy.
Oh, has he?
Eyes in his fingertips. That's how he described it.
I wish his father was here. Every time I hear the wind, I think of him heaving and reaching on that sea.
Oh, perhaps he's a good sailor.
Not him. Always had a weak stomach. Why, even the west pier of Brighton's too much for him.
Oh, anyway, his boat must have been in over an hour by now.
Yes, if it isn't sunk.
Oh, of course it isn't sunk. I'd like to bet that at this moment he's in the station refreshment room having one.
There's the gate. Oh, it's the police come to say he's drowned.
Oh, nonsense.
Oh, will you come with me, dear?
Of course I will.
And if I should faint, will you catch me? Oh, I go down so heavy when I fall. Oh, he's coming up the garden path. We shall soon know the worst.
Oh, nonsense.
If he opens the door with his latchkey, that'll mean it's Mr. Miller.
And if he knocks?
Then it'll mean he's lost.
Well, lost his latchkey.
No, lost himself. Oh, it's the worst.
It's the best, Mr. Miller.
Sam, how much love.
Well, two's company. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Dorothy.
Dorothy, dear, it was nice of you to tell me about Harry. Goodbye, Doc.
Hey, I'm glad to be home. You can have Paris for me. Well, I know you're glad to see me, Mother, but you haven't half mucked up the souvenirs. Them was French clay pipes for the lads at the club.
Do they smoke clay pipes, Sam?
Oh, no, but I had to bring them summit. And there's a pair of turtle doves, gloves for our Harry.
Will he wear them?
I shouldn't think so, but I couldn't leave him out. And here's a pair of slap-up French totty shoes for his girl Dorothy.
Oh. Did you know her size, Sam?
No, but I showed them a snapshot of her at the store. And here's some French cigarettes for me.
Do you like them?
No, I hate them, but I'm going to smoke them just to show the lads that I've been away. And here's something... And this is for you, Mother.
Oh, whatever is it?
Ah, can't you guess?
Chapeau? What's that mean?
Pork chops. I know what's inside, though, a hat.
Oh, fancy me in a French hat.
And you won't have sent the place alight, Mother. Oh, I was nearly forgetting. That's for Joe Hicks. I must send it to him by post.
What is it?
A lemon.
A lemon? Is that all you've brought him?
No, there's some raspberries as well.
By the way, he's been abroad, too.
You're telling me? I met him in Paris, I did.
What's he doing there?
Pulled off a big contract, so he says. I don't believe him.
Now, why not?
How could he pull off a contract over there, not knowing a word of the language like I do? There he was, sat in the restaurant, couldn't make anybody understand him till I come along and helped him out.
That was very clever of you, Sam.
Oh, there's more in me than meets the eye. I met a bloke out there that might be very useful to me. Ever heard of the Sure Thing Developments Limited?
No.
Well, he's the chairman of them.
Well, I never.
Oh, I did him a good turn helping him out with his French, and he wants to meet me again.
Would you believe it?
Joe Hicks wanted to be introduced to him, but I watched that. Oh, big bloke, this here Lang, a builder. And whenever he comes across a real beauty spot, he covers it all over with houses till you wouldn't know it.
Really?
There isn't a bit of land in the south coast that he hasn't left his mark on. And Mother here, mum's the word, but he's thinking of having a look round Beachhampton.
Oh, hello. You back? Have a good time?
Fair to middling.
Win any money?
No, the cards were dead against me, so I cut it out and went to Paris for a few days.
Anything exciting there?
Oh, yes, quite a romance.
What was she like?
Oh, I thought you'd think that, but you're wrong. It was a he. A concrete merchant, lives at Beachhampton.
That's not very thrilling.
But it is. You know Beachhampton?
Never heard of it.
It's a one-eyed town at the seaside, about 60 miles from London, but it's surrounded by a lot of open country. Now, what's that suggest to you?
It sounds as though it should be developed.
That's the idea. I was sounding this fellow. I'm going to take a run down there.
Eh, wouldn't it be grand if he started developing Beachhampton? Streets and streets of brick houses.
Supposing they built them of concrete, where would you come in then?
Ah, he won't build no concrete houses. Not if I've any say with him.
Have you?
Have I not? He could see I was a man of substance. It was my new suit that impressed him. He kept looking at it all the time he was talking. Now, if I only had a car.
Now, Sam, you're never thinking of buying a car.
Well, why not?
Well, who's to drive it?
Who said that about driving it? I'd leave it outside the house all day so as the folks could see it.
Wouldn't that be vanity?
It'd be business. I'll see to it at once. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Put your book down, girl. Come on. Jump to it.
Mr. Matthews, sir?
Yes?
Mr. Miller on the phone would like to speak to you, sir.
Rightio.
Just coming, sir.
Hello, Sam. How are you? Got back from Paris, then? What? Do you mean that? I thought you'd come to it sooner or later. A man in your position can't afford to be without one. Any particular make? You don't mind so long as it looks good. You leave it to me. Come round in the morning? Rightio. I'll be there. Bye-bye.
What's up to now? Buying a car. What? At his time of life?
That town hall contract's gone to his head. You ought to be ashamed of himself, he ought. He'll puff himself up so big soon that he'll burst.
I should worry. He wants a car and I'll sell him one. That's my business.
And where will he drive himself to, I wonder? Straight into the bankruptcy court. Oh, what are you laughing at?
Oh, just my own thoughts. Bye-bye.
Funny chap, that. You never know quite what he's got in his mind. No, I'm not going to have out gaudy. Just a nice, quiet, homely red. Like a pillar box.
I'd have a lovely bay.
No, red's the best colour. What an advertisement. People say, there goes Sam's car.
I think it was a fire engine.
Oh, talking about fire engines, that reminds me. You haven't opened your hat box. Where is it?
I hid it down here. All that French writing on. You never know what it might mean.
Perhaps you're right, Mother. Now sit tight, hold your breath. You're going to see something like you've never seen before. It cost me 500 francs in a shop near the Rue des Darpex. take it out, Mother, put it on, and give me a surprise. And tell me when you're ready.
Sam, it's beautiful.
That's not the hat I bought you. Somebody's played a joke on me.
Sam, who played a joke on you in Paris?
Well, who is it that's always playing jokes on me? That Joe Hicks. And it's the last joke he'll ever play on me, or my name's not what it is.
You got the name? Sam Miller. Yes, that's right. And I can rely on you? Good. Yes, Eddie's house. That's fine. Thanks. Goodbye.
And what are you doing to Mr. Miller, Daddy?
Oh, Sam? Oh, I haven't seen him all day.
Oh, you're up to something. I can see it in your eye.
Oh, just a little joke.
Well, why are you always pulling his leg?
I simply can't resist it, my dear. It's quite harmless.
Well, if it's anything horrid, I shall never speak to you again.
Not even to ask my consent to your wedding.
Oh, I've got that already. You can't go back on that. Oh, no. I'm going to answer this. I don't trust you. Maybe another joke. Hello? Joseph Hicks and Company? Who is it?
Sure thing Developments Limited. Hello. Is that Mr. Hicks? You'll probably remember meeting me in Paris. My name's Lang. I say, what's the best hotel to stay at Beachhampton? The Bull. Yes, I'm thinking of coming down to the weekend. Oh, business and pleasure. Probably more of one than the other. Will I see you when I'm down there? I may be able to put something in your way.
Thanks very much. Goodbye. I wonder what he's up to.
Who is he, Daddy?
Look, I met in Paris. Someone Sam picked up.
Sure thing developments, he said.
That's his company.
Well, maybe it's something good.
You ever hear of Sam picking up anything good?
Well, he got the town hall contract over you, didn't he?
Thanks very much. Of course, you would remind me of that, wouldn't you? Ha
Sam,
Yes, Mother?
I'm ever so worried about you buying that car.
Why?
Oh, I got omens about it.
Whatever's that? Don't knock the door down. What's all this?
Who told you want to buy a car?
Who told you? Over the phone, sir.
I was telephone first, sir.
No, it wasn't. It was me, sir. You come and have a look at mine, sir. No, mine, sir.
Take it to London, sir, for nothing. And if we don't do the journey within 2 days, you needn't buy the car.
Go away! I don't want a car like that. I want a new one. Make it one tomorrow morning, sir. Paint mine up. It'll look like new,
Mine's
sir.
been washed. You won't know it.
Oh, send them away, Sam.
Outside the lobby. Come on, you men. Don't get it back. I know who's at the bottom of this. That Joe Hicks. He's jealous just because I'm going to get a new car.
I wish you'd give up your idea of buying a car, Sam.
Not me. Now, that's done it now. I will have a car just to spite him. Him, he's nothing less than a...
I didn't hear what you said, Father.
Well, perhaps it's just as well you didn't, Mother.
Thank you. Put yours here, sir.
Thank you. Take it out. Well, cheerio, boys.
What else, sir?
Well, here's to you, Mr. Marsden, and may your overdrafts never grow less.
Mine'll never grow less with farming in the state it is now.
Nor mine with business so rotten. If something doesn't happen to Beachhampton soon, we'll all be bust.
That's right.
Suppose I was to tell you, gents, that something is going to happen to Beachhampton.
What? A tidal wave?
No, another sort of wave.
What do you mean?
Well, yesterday, when I was down at the marshes, up drove a big car, and out got a lot of gents with black and white poles and telescopes and chains and measuring tapes, and started measuring up all over the place.
Oh, surveyors.
Yes, that's what they was. Well, while I was there, up drove another car, just over there by the station, and they starts measuring and all. Proper busy they was.
What were they doing?
That's what I wanted to know, but they told me to go to hell. But I got ideas. Somebody's going to do something with them marshes.
What can they do with the marshes?
Oh, well, there you are, you see. But something's moving, and we shan't none of us know what it is until it descends.
Yes, and you'll be moving if you do that. And you won't know nothing until you descend.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I'll get you another one, sir.
People have been surveying those marshes ever since I've been here. They can't make anything of them. Waste land, that's all they are.
That's what the whole of Beachhampton is. Reckon the railway company knew that too, or they'd have brought their main line through when they built it.
Instead of 2 changes, on over 2 hours for a 60-mile journey, there isn't even a decent motor road to take your stuff to market.
That road's a downright disgrace. Ruin any car.
Old Sam Miller will find that out soon enough.
Has he got his car yet?
He won't get a car. It's only his talk.
If he's talked to Ted Matthews about it, and Ted won't let him go until he's sold him something.
Looks as if he's sold him something already.
Now, you don't have to worry about a thing. Your insurance, your license, all your guarantee. Leave it all to me.
All you want is a check.
Oh, I'm not particular about that. I know you.
I don't know you and all, but don't worry. You'll have the check before the day's out. What, have you sold him dead?
The best car on the market.
That's what you said about the car you sold me.
Oh, but that was a year ago. Things have moved since then.
But not my car.
You've been driving it, Sam?
I haven't all, haven't I?
Why, he drives fine. Why, he's only got to learn about his gears, what the steering wheel is for, and a little road sense. And he'll be a great driver, won't you, Sam?
Oh, I'm not done so bad for a novice, you know. It's only them hills and curves that baffles me. When I get on a straight road with nout in the front and nout in the back, I'm champion.
Well, you're pleased with it, eh?
I reckon I haven't done bad here.
Well, it's a car to be proud of, believe me.
And I'm proud of it and all. And if there's a better car in Beachampton, I'd like to see it.
Watch your back, watch your back.
Right, Joe, here's a car.
Oh, it's a hearse.
Hello, boys. What have we got here?
It's Sam's new car.
Is it? Wonderful how small they can make them these days. Goes up hills as well, I suppose, like a real car?
What do you mean, a real car?
Well, that's what I call a real car. Plenty of elbow room. Of course, I've got a garage to keep it in. You'll keep this in your front hall, I suppose. Tate, you know something about cars. Was that deal at 800, this year's model?
I couldn't have done it for less myself.
No, I don't think I've been done. Oh, with us?
Yes, sir.
Just wait for me. I'm taking these gentlemen inside for a drink, and then you can run me home.
Well, you can't buy me a drink.
Why not?
I can buy me own, see?
Oh?
Well, what the hell's this? Some of you work, I suppose.
Wait a moment, boys. I'll just settle up for this. George.
Yes, sir.
How much is that?
15 miles, shilling a mile, 15 shillings, please.
Yes, there we are, a quid.
Thank you very much, sir.
Why, isn't this yours, Joe?
Mine? Good gracious, no. What would I be doing with a car like this? That was just for Sam's benefit. And didn't he nibble, bless his old heart? Well, I must try and think up another one to work on him. Come inside for a drink.
It's jolly good sherry. I'll have another. I bet you can't make it half-crown stand-up.
Bet you can.
I give you a bob for every one you do.
You will?
Yes?
There.
Well, there's your bob. That's my half-crown.
Well, of all the blooming minutes.
Now, what do you give me to get it back again?
I'll give you a slap in the face if you don't.
Come on, then.
Go. Oh, don't be silly. Leave me alone. Somebody coming. Oh, give that over.
Get my drink.
Double egg, please, quick.
Why not a pork chop, chips, and a grand verre de bière?
Well, I never.
It is good to see you again. How do you do?
Oh, very well.
Well, you go ahead and come in just now. I was going to ring you up.
Whatever for?
Well, one of my reasons for coming down here was to see you.
No.
Your drinks, sir.
Now, these are on me. Take it out of that end, a half-crown, too.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Now, come along. Let's sit down and have a chat.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm very grateful to you.
Why?
Well, if I hadn't met you in Paris, I should never have thought of Beachampton again.
And what's thinking of Beachampton done?
Well, what I tell you, you keep under your hat, don't you?
That's where I keep most things.
But it set the ball rolling.
In what way?
Your, change, sir.
Thank you. There we are. I taught you a good trick with that half-crown, didn't I?
You did? And I shan't forget it neither.
Now, good health.
Good luck. Good luck.
Now, what were you saying?
Something about a ball rolling.
Oh, yes. Well, my fellows have been down here, and their report is splendid. They say these marshes can be drained and converted into the finest garden city on the south coast.
You don't say.
Yes, there's room for hundreds of houses, each with its own plot of ground, and that very likely is where you come in.
Sounds very interesting to me.
Of course, these houses must be built of the right material.
Oh, wow.
Now, there's only one material that will stand up on this subsoil and in this air.
You've said it.
Concrete.
Concrete?
Well, you're in cement, aren't you?
I'm a blaze. I've told you I'm in bricks.
How stupid of me. I was mixing you up with that other fellow I met in Paris the same day. What was his name again?
I don't remember who he was or nothing about him. You say that concrete's the only stuff that'll stand this here air?
So I was advised.
Well, whoever advised you must be daft. Why, half the houses in Beachampton's built of my brick. The new town hall's going to be built of it, and they wouldn't do that if it was no good.
I shouldn't think so. But I don't know that I'm wedded to concrete.
Well, if you are, get a divorce.
I'm open to conviction.
If you come round to my office, I'll soon have you convicted. Here. Here's my card. Can you come round now?
No, I can't come now. I'll look in tomorrow. I'm waiting for a phone call. In the meantime, not a word to anybody.
And not a word to that Joe Hicks.
Who's he?
The bloke you met in Paris with me.
Oh, that's his name. You couldn't remember just now.
No, I'm trying to forget it.
You want it on the telephone, sir.
Excuse me. I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Oh,
Daddy, thank heaven you've come at last.
My dear, what's the matter?
Oh, it's Harry. He's been called to London, an operation.
Great Scott, what's the matter with him?
Nothing.
Well, what are they operating on him for?
Oh, it's not on him. He's been called to help. It's a fractured spine. Dr. Olaf sent for him. Isn't that a feather in his cap?
He's gone, of course.
No, he's starting in a minute. He wants me to go with him. I may, mayn't I, Daddy?
Yes, darling. When's the train?
Oh, not for ours. You know what Beachhampton is?
Well, how are you going?
By car.
Car?
Yes, there was a great big damer in the town. The chauffeur said some fool had hired it to cut a dash. So we're going in there.
I see.
Goodbye, Daddy.
No, darling.
Oh, by the way, there's a message from that man Lang. He's staying at the Bull. There's the car. Do you want to see it?
Not after what you've told me, I don't.
Down the hall, will you?
It's all right, darling. I can come.
You can? Fine. Come on. All right.
But isn't it a wonderful scheme, Mother? All England coming back to the open spaces, leaving the grime of the towns, craving for the green fields and the wide freshness of the open sea.
Still, if he says concrete's the thing, then concrete's the thing.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm going to move heaven and earth to have them there houses made of brick.
Haven't you got enough to do supplying bricks for the town hall?
That's beside the point, Mother. If them there houses is made of concrete, who gets the job? Joe Hicks.
Well, let him have it. He won't do you any harm.
What would I do having him swanking around turning his nose up at me?
Well, I don't know. I wish you two would try and live in harmony instead of always running up against each other.
I'm not up against him. It's him that's up against me.
One of these days, harm will come of it.
It won't to me. I'll watch out for that.
Well, haven't we got enough to make us happy and comfortable without trying to be bigger than we really are?
Ah, but we've got to think about Harry's future.
That's true, Father.
Well, Mother, I want you to be prepared to meet Mr. Lang tomorrow.
And how do I do that?
Wear your black satin.
Well, that's my summer dress. I doubt if I'd catch me death or cold.
No, not if you wear your thick combinations.
And what shall I be doing? Cooking a joint in black satin and thick combinations?
You won't be cooking no joint.
That's all there is to eat in the house.
Well, it won't do us any harm to lay off meat for a day. Besides, it wouldn't do to have the smell of cooking when he comes. It don't seem right in an office.
Neither do I seem right in an office in my black satin. Best lay me off as well.
But who's to open the door?
Oh, I could do that. I can pretend to be a housekeeper. I'm much more natural like that than trying to be a lady.
All right, Mother, have it your own way.
Oh, Sam, if I only could. Do you know what we'd do?
What?
We'd be our own two selves like we've always been. There ain't much harm in that.
Mother, you've said it. Kiss a kiss.
Well, my friend, you and I have done something today which not many before us have been able to do.
Well, you performed the operation, Doctor. I only did what I could to help.
Oh, no, you did it. I only told you what to do. My hands are good, yes, but they're not so good as yours. They are so sensitive.
And you really think I've got a future in osteopathy?
A big future. Bigger than me. But you have much to learn, and it takes time to learn.
Well, I shall be here for...
In England, you will learn nothing. All they think of here is the knife. But in Vienna...
And how long shall I study in Vienna?
2 or 3 years, perhaps. But you are quick. Perhaps it'll not be so long with you.
And that will cost...
Oh, very little. £1,000, perhaps?
Very little to you, Doctor, but it's a lot of money to me.
You win it back the first 6 months you start to practice. You study with me. You return to London. They come from everywhere to see you. As for my lessons, I charge you nothing.
Oh, now, Doctor...
Now, I want to see you get on. But £1,000 you must have for your expenses.
Yes, that's the trouble.
Come with me to my room and we'll talk.
Now, what do you think of the idea?
Big.
It is big. It's the biggest thing we've ever tackled. In 3 years' time, these marshes will have disappeared, and Beachhampton will be a bigger and more modern Blackpool.
And what do I stand to make out of it?
Well, you can work that out better than I can, but it'll all be concrete, every bit of it. Hotel Metropole, roads, houses, country clubs, swimming pool, all concrete. Your country.
You look like turning me into a millionaire.
Shouldn't be surprised.
What do I stand to lose?
What can you lose?
Suppose in the middle of all this is a snag. After you've used up all my concrete, you can't pay for it.
You don't suppose I'm going to launch out on a thing like this without capital, do you?
Well, no offense, but I don't know you or your company. That's what I want to find out.
Oh. Ah. I'm glad you mentioned finance, because that's a little matter I want to talk to you about.
Yeah?
It's a very big contract I have to offer. The man who gets it must have a share in the concern.
Put money up.
Why not?
How much?
Oh, say £4,000.
Ah, that's exactly what I'm making out of the Paris deal.
Quite so.
You knew that, did you?
Well, I heard you tell your friend.
That's twice as much as he'll make out of the town hall.
So I believe.
So that's why you came to me before going to him?
Nothing of the sort. I came to you because I'm thoroughly convinced that concrete is the only material that can be employed.
Well, you may be right and you may be wrong. I'll tell you what I don't like about it. First of all, I don't think these marshes can be drained.
Oh.
And I don't supply any cement till I see £4,000 in the bank of security on account.
Ridiculous. Absurd.
That's what I think of the whole thing.
Well, I don't know what to think.
I'll tell you, think again. Only this time, think in brick. You don't get any £4,000 out of me. You might out of Sam Miller. Here's luck.
Vienna.
Yes, Vienna. But I'm not there yet, you know.
But you'll go.
Well, it's going to cost 1,000.
Oh, your father will never let you miss this chance. I know him.
He's never refused me anything yet. That's why I hate to ask him.
Well, you soon be able to pay him back.
Yes, I hope so. Of course, I'd only take it as a loan.
What will I be doing while you're away?
Writing to me every day. Then you'll have your holidays and come and spend them with me, and I'll have mine and come back here. You've no idea how quickly the time will pass.
Well, how do you do? My name is Lay.
Oh, won't you please come in, Mr. Lang?
Thank you.
My hubby told me you were honoring us with a visit.
Is it Mrs. Miller?
And the same.
Well, I'm delighted to meet you. What a very charming house you have.
Yes. Oh, keep your hat, then you'll know it's safe. This is the parlor.
Oh, thank you.
Sam, it's Mr. Lang.
How do you do, my dear sir?
How are you?
Delighted to meet you again.
Want to take a seat?
Thank you. And I'm more than delighted to be the bearer of some first-class news. Our surveyor's gone into this matter again, and having tested the strata of the subsoil most carefully, he's now thoroughly convinced that buildings can be erected of brick.
Do you hear that, Mother?
Yes, Sam, I did. I hear something else, too. The joint.
She will have a little joke.
Well, now to get down to business. I have here a plan of the complete metamorphosis of the marshes.
I beg your pardon?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't make myself quite clear. This is what the marshes will look like when our scheme is complete.
And however will we be able to find our way about when all this is done?
You see, we've allowed for the whole of the new town to be built with brick. Hotel Metropole, houses, country club, swimming pool, pavements, even the roads, all brick, your brick.
What, roads of brick?
Yes, quite a new idea. We think it'll give the town a charming Tudor appearance.
What, a Tudor appearance?
Tudor.
Oh, aye. And do I supply all that?
Naturally, if you come into our scheme.
It'll be making me into a millionaire.
I hope so. I sincerely hope so.
And, what is your scheme?
Well, of course, we wouldn't allow a valuable contract like this go to anyone who hadn't a financial interest in the venture.
Does that mean put in money into it?
Well, just a nominal sum, a couple of £1,000, you know, guarantee of good faith.
Aye, and whose good faith does that guarantee?
Yours, of course.
What about yours?
Sure thing. Developments have ample guarantees of good faith. But naturally, we should expect to give you security for your money. The title deeds of the land we've acquired.
Oh, I see. You've bought the land already, have you?
Well, we've secured an option on it, which is just the same thing.
And do you call that sloppy, slimy, water-ridden lump of marsh good security for £2,000?
Aha! A week ago, that price would have been absurd. But now that we've discovered its possibilities, the value has gone up 1,000%. We've discovered a gold mine, Mr. Miller. And when gold's discovered, what happens?
A lot of mugs gets caught.
Mr. Miller, sure thing developments are not out to catch mugs. They're out to make money in an honest way. Once this thing's started, you can develop it yourself.
But how? Where do we get the money?
In the banks. Once you've got the land can't be lost like stocks and shares. You've got security.
And then?
And then they lend on it. How do you suppose banks make their own money? By lending money to clever people on security. Well, you've got security. You've got the land. Develop it, put back your profits, borrow more. It's a financial snowball. The further it rolls, the bigger it gets.
Do you mean you haven't got to use your own money at all?
My dear sir, no clever man ever uses his own money to make a fortune. He uses other people's. With the banks, I mean. That's what they're there for.
I've often wondered.
Of course, if the scheme doesn't appeal to you, I've no doubt concrete will serve our purpose just as well.
What, concrete?
Yes. I suppose with Mr. Hicks.
Joe Hicks? Have you put it to him?
We talked it over. He's waiting my decision. But I explained to him I had to make the offer to someone else first.
Oh, and is he willing to come in?
It's for £4,000. We don't require all that.
And if he's in, I'm out.
Naturally.
Yeah, hold on a minute, will you? Sure thing.
Developments, you say?
That's right.
I seem to have heard something queer about that concern. I'll make inquiries. What's his name?
Lang, Stacy Lang.
Ah, that name seems familiar, too. It'll be interesting to find out what he is.
Well, I've got him well weighed up.
Yes, but there are others here who aren't as astute as you are.
Huh.
Well, Sam, I won't say you're right. I won't say you're wrong. But in all the years we've been married, who's been mostly right?
That's the one question, Mother, on which we've never been able to agree.
And we were going to do so much with that 2,000. First, we were going to pay off the mortgage and send Harry to Vienna.
But don't you see, Mother, when this lot comes through, we'll be able to do both.
How?
Well, Lang said in 12 months' time it'll be paying 400%.
And if it don't?
Them shops and flats, and everything's going to be made of brick. The Hotel Metropole, the country club, and the swimming pool. Even the roads. Roads of brick? It gives them the Tudor effect.
What's that?
Who's speaking to you?
Do you mean to tell me you don't know what a Tudor effect is?
Oh, I does. I was wondering if you does.
Oh, don't argue with him. It only encourages him.
Well, come on. What is the Tudor effect?
Oh, well, like Henry VIII was before he died. Immoral.
That's right. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, but I'm doubtful whether they'll stand for that sort of thing down here.
Well, it needn't be as immoral as Tudor as all that.
And you're in on the ground floor.
In on the ground floor.
That's better than the basement in them marshes.
Oh, there won't be marshes when we've done with them. We've got a slap-up draining scheme. All the water in them dikes is filtered and goes right into the bathing pool. Then is filtered again, and goes down to the sea, right out to sea in the pipes. Then when the tide comes up, it brings the same water up the pipes into the people's houses. So everybody's got seawater in their bathrooms. No, I'm not that quite right. You see, it's like this here. These here pipes.
What pipes?
These here pipes. Oh, get Mr. Marsden a drink.
Thanks.
I'm celebrating. I'd like to have a word with you, Mr. Marsden.
Oh? What are you celebrating?
It's Garden City. Sam's bought the marshes.
You're not serious. What on earth for?
To build houses on. Of brick.
Houses? For what?
For people to live in.
What people?
Oh, people that's come to live in them, I suppose.
Oh? Where would they come from?
Oh, I don't know. Where do people come from mostly?
Lunatic asylums who'd come to live there. My dear fellow, don't you realize that you would have to double the size of Beachhampton? Import at least 5,000 new residents, each with enough money to buy decent class property on the rottenest railway service in England.
Ah. But Lang said as the bank manager you'd...
Advance money, I suppose. Oh, my dear chap. Where are you going, Sam?
Hello, Sam. How are you?
Don't talk to me.
What's the matter with him?
Properly punctured him, you have, Mr. Marsden. Now he's gone without paying for the last drink.
Oh, charge it to me.
Yes. You mean to say, Mr. Marsden, that scheme's no good?
Rotten to the core. So's the man who sold it him.
Who's that?
Your friend, Mr. Lang.
Well, you don't mean to tell me Sam's fallen for him.
He has, to the tune of £2,000.
You don't mean that?
I told you there were people in Beachhampton simpler than you.
But I tumbled Lang the first time I met him.
Well, you might have put Sam on his guard.
Instead of which I sent Lang to him. But I did it all as a joke. I never thought Sam would be such a mug.
Well, you've done Mr. Lang a very good turn, if that's any satisfaction to you.
Well, I must get Sam out of this.
Oh, yes, of course, but how?
You're home early, Father. Why? Is nothing the matter?
No, nope.
Father, is there anything the matter? You're not ill?
Mother, you asked me the other day how many times in our married life you'd been right and I'd been wrong. I found the answer. You've always been right and I've always been wrong.
So it's all gone, Father?
Aye.
And Harry won't be able to go to Vienna?
No. Harry won't be able to go to Vienna.
Oh, it's rotten luck on you, darling.
It's rotten luck on Dad.
Well, it's all his fault, and my father's too. If they hadn't always tried to cut each other's throats, this would never have happened. I'd like to knock their heads together.
That's what they've been trying to do themselves all their lives.
Well, now we've got to suffer for it.
Well, we're young. We'll get over it. Mother and Dad aren't. They may not.
And now you won't be a specialist. After all your hopes.
My dear sweet, when I started doctoring, I never hoped to be one, so why worry?
Well, as long as we're together, I don't mind what you are.
Sweet.
Sam, Joe Hicks wants to see you.
Tell him I'm out.
But I've told him you're in.
I don't want to see him.
Well, I want to see you, Sam. You can oblige me for once, can't you?
Well, what do you want?
Well, I've come to tell you I'm sorry.
You mean you're sorry for yourself?
That's it.
Oh, I thought you meant you were sorry for me. I don't want any sympathy from you.
When that fellow Lang came to see me about the land, I sized him up at once. I knew what he was like. I'd met his kind before. I might have given you the tip, instead of which I sent him on to you.
What? He come to see me first. If I'd have turned him down then, he would have closed with you. That's why...
Now, Sam, I saw him before he came to see you. I can prove it.
You sent him on to me.
Well, I did it for a joke. I never thought you'd fall.
Didn't think I'd be such a fool, eh?
No, it isn't only fools that make mistakes, Sam. The wisest amongst us can do that.
So, what have you come to say?
It's my girl Dorothy's so upset. She and your boy Harry had planned such big things. He to study in Vienna, and they were to get married, and...
So now you're trying to call it off, eh?
No. I'm here to make an offer. Your boy Harry may never get the chance again. He seems a shame he should lose it. After all, £1,000 is only a quarter of what I shall make on that Paris deal.
And then?
And then? Well, I thought if he borrowed it from me...
Do you think that I can't raise £1,000 without your help?
Well, I thought...
Well, think again. I've never borrowed a penny in my life, and I'm not going to start with you.
But, Sam...
Don't talk to me. And as for your daughter, I wouldn't have a Hicks in my family at any price, and you can tell her that.
And there it is.
I'm sorry you didn't get the other fellow, the concrete merchant.
So am I, but half a loaf's better than no bread. And £2,000 is not too bad.
I think a check is the most beautiful thing in the world.
As I was sitting there admiring it, go and pay it in.
Before he changes his mind?
Before we have any more of our checks returned with rude messages from the bank.
You know, I think we ought to have more than one banking account.
Why?
Well, our overdraft wouldn't look so bad if it was split up between the big five.
And have 5 bank managers ringing us up. No, thanks, one's quite enough for me. Hello, there she goes again. Hello? London Joint Bank? Good morning, lovely day. What? Check for £1,500 just presented and you're returning it? Well, I dare say you can't do that. We're just paying in 2,000. You've heard that before. But my dear sir, I assure you the check's on its way. My partner's just left with it. Yes. Yes, I assure you. Absolutely. No. We simply can't take in any more capital for Beachhampton. No, can't even let you have a corner. Goodbye. Oh, you again, my dear friend. I'm delighted to see you. But you're a bit late. We're simply stacked up with capital for Beachhampton.
Yes?
Yes. You mustn't blame me. I gave you a chance and you wouldn't take it.
Well, one good turn deserves another. I'm going to give you a chance. I hope you will take it.
Meaning?
Well, you had £2,000 from my friend Sam Miller. I want you to return the money and buy back the land.
Return £2,000? Impossible.
Why, have you spent it already?
Now, what's made him change his mind anyway?
Well, simply that I told him what I thought of you.
May I ask what that is?
Certainly. You're a liar, a crook, and a thief.
Oh, Bradley. Excuse me, just one moment.
Certainly.
Let's have a witness for this. Now, we're ready.
One-way telephone. Okay. This is Joe Hicks speaking. I say that Stacey Lang of Sure Thing Developments is a twister. And that the aforesaid and hereinafter mentioned Sure Thing Developments is a plant. They have no assets, no money, no honesty, no nothing. And unless the aforesaid Stacey Lang returns the £2,000 to Sam Miller that he twisted out of him, he'll find himself in prison. Yours very respectfully, Joe Hicks.
You finished?
Speaking, yes. I'm going to start doing things now.
So am I. That record goes straight to my solicitors. And in due course, you'll hear from them.
Yes, and this record goes straight to Scotland Yard. In due course, you'll hear from them.
You think I'm afraid of that?
I know you're afraid of it. I'm not a mug, Lang. I've collected enough evidence in that South Shore deal to get you 5 years. And if you're not a mug, you'll buy back that land. Good morning.
The drinks are on, Mr. Hicks.
Thanks very much.
The only bit of luck I've had this week.
What was the weather like in London yesterday, Joe?
Oh, ridge of high pressure off Piccadilly. Nasty depression over the city. Hello, Ted. Hello, Ted. Just in time. See if you can throw lower than I did. He's done it. Drinks on Mr. Matthews.
Oh, thanks very much. If I thought that was going to happen, I'd have stopped in London until tonight.
Oh, so you were in London too?
Only just got back.
By road?
No, I sell cars. I don't drive about in them. By the way, what's the name of that bloke that was stopping at the Bull? You know, Sure Thing Development chap.
Lang, Stacey Lang. What about him?
Well, he was on the train coming down. Pinched the only taxi at the station and I had to walk.
Oh, did he? Where's he gone, to the Bull?
No, Sam Miller's house. I heard him telling the driver.
Perhaps he's going to sell Sam something else.
Perhaps he's going to buy something this time.
You know, I don't like the look of that chap. I wouldn't trust him very far.
Wouldn't trust you very far.
Oh, we weren't talking about you, Mr. Marsden.
I breathe again. Sam Miller's not here, is he?
No, I haven't seen him for days.
Ah, perhaps he's at home then. I'll go and see.
Something important?
Yes, it's about those marshes. Sam must hold on. Mustn't sell at any price.
What?
The railway company's electrifying the line. Land round here is going up 500%. Sam's bought a gold mine and doesn't know it.
We must rush around and stop him.
Stop him what?
Selling that fellow. Lang's come down from town specially to buy it back from him.
What made him do that?
Me. I told him if he didn't, I'd have the police on his track.
Good Lord, we must stop Sam.
That's what I said. Anybody got a car here?
Yes, I have.
Do you mind if I borrow it?
Yes, I do.
Thanks, I will. Come on.
Yeah, he can't do that.
But he's done it.
We have a name for fairness second to none in the city.
And you mean what you say? You'll really buy all that land back again off me?
My dear sir, I'm here for the very purpose. See, the honour of Sure Thing Development is very dear to us. And rather than have one whisper of doubt against us, well, look here, you just sign this conveyance, and I make out the necessary check.
Here's a pen, Father.
Oh, Mother, you know very well I can only ride with a J and Ned.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. I was that flustered. Huh? Fine.
John, be a minute now.
Do you always lock up everything every time you leave the office?
Yes? Everything here's kept under lock and key. Not risking any hold-ups, thank you.
Come on!
Oh, Jim. What's up?
Perkins' Hot car's broken down. Get a taxi to the bank. Pick up Mars and take him to Sam's house. I'll be there. Quick! Well, no time to explain. I'm off. Quick!
But what does it mean?
It means get a taxi, go to the bank, pick up Marsden, go to Sam's house. He'll be there, quick!
But what does that
It means quick!
I don't ask for much in this house. I'm not difficult. I'm easy with my food, and I don't snore in my sleep. All I ask for is a J nib, and I can't have it.
What you grumbling at, Sam? You managed to sign it?
Ah, but what's it look like? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, it looks nice and legal to me. There's your check. And now the option on the marshes is ours once more.
Sam in?
Yes, but he's engaged.
With Lang?
Yes, how did you guess?
Never mind how I guessed in there.
Yes, but I don't think...
Right. Oh, here's my friend, Mr. Hicks again.
What have you been up to?
What's it got to do with you?
Well, Mr. Hicks takes a friendly interest in your affairs. As a matter of fact, it was he who advised me to buy back the land.
What? Oh, you did you? Who asked you to interfere?
Oh, Sam, I'm sure he did it out of friendship.
That settles it. Here. Here's your check. Give me back the conveyance and we call the whole deal off.
Too late. The deal's made. And I, for one, am very grateful to Mr. Hicks.
And so am I, and so ought you to be, Sam.
Nothing left. Nothing left but to wish you all good day.
I think there is something left.
Mr. Lang?
Yes?
Mr. Stacey Lang?
Yes, what about it?
I'm the branch manager of the Metropolitan Bank.
Oh, really? You're not the manager of my branch.
No, but I've just been speaking to him on the phone.
Oh, how is he? All his little deposits coming to his satisfaction?
Do I understand that you've just been drawing a check?
I don't see what that has to do with you.
It has nothing to do with me, except that if the check is for more than £3.18 and 9, it won't go through.
What? How dare you make a statement like that?
Because that is all you have left to the credit of your account.
Don't get yourself into trouble, my friend, of making statements of that kind. My partner's just paid in a very big check to my credit.
On Ted Rock, bookmaker?
Yes.
I'm sorry to say that that check is a dud, and that your account is closed. So that if anyone here has been fool enough to accept a check of yours, the best thing he can do is to light his pipe with it.
But Sam doesn't even smoke.
These yours?
They are.
Go and fetch them. I do hope we never see you again. So glad you have to go without the conveyance.
You're smart, aren't you?
Goodbye.
Does that mean I haven't sold the marshes after all?
My dear fellow, you bought a gold mine.
Don't clack that on me. That's what Lang told me.
Yes, but the railway company...
Bringing the main line through the town.
Beachampton's going to be a prosperous seaside resort.
And you'll be the biggest real estate owner in it.
Is that so? Well, let me tell you this. Every house that goes up on my estate's going to be built of brick.
Ah, but what about the foundations, Dad?
And the road.
And what are you going to stick your bricks together with?
I know what you want me to say, but I'm not going to say it.
Yes, you will.
No,
Dad.
I won't.
Yes, you will.
You say it, Mother.
Well, I say that his bricks are going to be joined with his cement. And if anybody knows anything that can tear them apart, I'll eat my hat.
Not the one I bought you in Paris.